social and otherwise, on those kinds of activities, on missions work. And so I want to tell you about one that we did that the church supported a couple of years ago. A lot of you have already heard about it. We commissioned a mission team to go down to Gulfport and do some post-Katrina building, reconstruction. And so the church supported us, and a group of us went down. And our job that week was to help build a house for a wonderful lady named Cheryl, who is a paralyzed veteran. And we were working on this big old house for her. We all got down there and we were like, oh my gosh, this house is huge. We'll never, we can't make a dent in it. Our job was to mud and sand and prep for painting. And we couldn't figure out why the house was so big. It was Cheryl, who was paralyzed and rode around in her little motorized scooter, and her, I think she was niece, Julie, who lived with her, and the house was way too big for them, and we couldn't figure out, why. And we found out during the week that, in fact, Cheryl was intending to use the other half of the house as transitional housing for other paralyzed vets coming out of the VA rehab center. So we weren't just building a house for Cheryl, we were building a house for all these other people who'd be passing through. And if you've ever been on a mission trip, that sort of a construction trip, you know how physically hard that is. It was hard work. And if you've ever mudded and sanded, you know it's great the first day and you love it, and then the second day you can't raise your arms any higher than this. And by the end of the week, you're absolutely physically exhausted, but it is the best kind of tired you've ever had. It was rewarding and fulfilling, and we had a great sense of purpose and Christian community, and we could see in the house all these marks of the other work teams that had come down from other Methodist churches, and we were absolutely exhausted though. Every night we'd come in just dragging, and we'd eat dinner and just crash and get up and do it again. And the last day we were there, we had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to catch a flight back, an early flight. And we just sort of dragged ourselves to the airport, slept on the plane. Everybody's tired. We're probably smelly, I'm sure, at that point. And even though we were showering, it was rough, hard work. And we got to RDU, and there was a little welcoming committee from the church there, and Smith was there. And that fellowship right there gave us the second wind. And a few of us went out for lunch afterwards. And as we were coming back from lunch, I was driving back in the car, and I was listening to this song on my iPod. And it just some lyrics about that mission trip just sort of came to me. So I went home, wrote them down, and didn't do anything with them for like the last couple of years. And we have the stewardship opportunity. So we're going to do a song for you about the mission trip.